This first clip shows what happens when a simple fender bender turns into a nightmare. A 56-year-old man named Vincent thought he could intimidate a young woman after a minor car accident. When she started taking photos of his vehicle for insurance purposes, he completely lost control. Watch as this road rage bully makes the worst decision of his life, deliberately driving over an innocent woman not once, but multiple times. The neighbor's security camera captured everything, and what you're seeing is absolutely shocking. Vincent tried to flee the scene, but justice caught up with him fast. The body cam footage shows officers reading him his rights before he was charged with attempted murder. This entitled driver learned the hard way that there are consequences for violence. He received 25 years in prison for his actions.
She got a video on her phone too. Okay. Because she was recording him.
The school bus lady?
No, the victim.
Okay,
she was recording the plate to get the plate.
So that definitely run over. She's got abrasions and contusions.
And so then he took off. So she goes to start recording. He sees that, and turn full of the Grand Theft Auto mode. It's literally driving on lawns. You see, just reversing, trying to angle it to hit her. So she cuts this way. He jumps the curb.
Sometimes heroes come from unexpected places. This incredible footage from Oklahoma shows the exact moment when an ordinary truck driver became a legend. Watch as this Good Samaritan sees a suspect fleeing from Tulsa police and makes a split-second decision that changes everything. Without hesitation, he jumps from his cab and delivers a perfect tackle that stops the runner dead in his tracks. This is what community policing looks like in action. Regular citizens stepping up to help law enforcement when it matters most.
Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy driving a Dodge Charger, a souped-up Dodge Charger belongs to the sheriff's office.
Integrity means doing the right thing, even when it's difficult. And this next clip perfectly demonstrates that principle. Watch what happens when a deputy pulls over a speeding vehicle and discovers he just stopped his own boss, the chief deputy. The officer clocked him doing 96 miles per hour in a 35 mph zone, nearly triple the speed limit. Now here's where it gets interesting. Proving that the badge doesn't make you above the law. Power corrupts. And this next case shows exactly what happens when police leaders think they're untouchable. Tampa Police Chief Mary O'Connor and her husband were caught riding an unregistered golf cart through the streets when a sheriff's deputy pulled them over. Instead of accepting the citation like any citizen would, watch as she immediately flashes her badge and asks for special treatment. She literally tells the officer, "I'm hoping you'll just let us go tonight," while showing her credentials. The deputy's body camera captured every second of this abuse of power. What the chief didn't realize is that this footage would end her entire career. After an internal investigation and public outcry, she was forced to resign in disgrace.
I was assaulted by a police officer who punched me in the face through my window. He was off duty, he got out, flashed his badge, and then he came up to me with an attitude and hit me right in the face.
What is your name?
Thomas Procuglio.
And was he white, black, Hispanic?
White.
All right, I'm going to have an officer head over there. Is his vehicle still there?
He flew into the parking lot. I wasn't trying to follow him.
Road rage can destroy lives in seconds, and this shocking case proves that even cops aren't immune to making terrible decisions. Off-duty Corporal Alan Ganter was driving when civilian Thomas Bruglio honked at him for blocking an intersection. Instead of moving his vehicle, Ganter got out and flashed his badge in an intimidation tactic. But that wasn't enough for his rage. Watch as he returns to his car, then suddenly exits again to deliver a vicious punch through Bruglio's passenger window. The victim immediately called 911, and his dashcam recorded everything. When responding officers confronted Ganter with the video evidence, his story completely fell apart. This moment of uncontrolled anger cost him his position as a school resource officer and resulted in criminal charges. Justice doesn't care if you wear a badge when you're off duty and acting like a criminal. Impersonating a police officer is a serious felony, but this next case takes it to an unbelievable extreme. Michael Scalatatides, dressed in full tactical gear with SWAT patches, drove an unmarked SUV with emergency lights, and showed up to real crime scenes in Bremerton, Washington. He was so convincing that actual officers initially mistook him for a detective. But watch what happens when they ask him to produce his commission card, the moment of truth that exposes everything. As a convicted felon, he wasn't allowed to carry the loaded firearm they found on him, let alone impersonate law enforcement. His elaborate charade came crashing down in seconds when officers ran his background check. This wannabe cop now faces serious federal charges for his dangerous delusion of authority. Sometimes justice isn't about punishment. It's about redemption and human decency. This powerful footage shows ex-convict John Lally witnessing Houston Officer Gibson being shot by a carjacking suspect on the Southwest Freeway. Despite his criminal past and every reason to avoid police contact, Lally makes an incredible choice. Watch as he runs directly toward the gunfire to help the wounded officer. He pulls Gibson to safety, holds his hand, and stays with him until medical help arrives. This former felon, who could have easily driven away, instead became a hero. Road rage escalated to deadly force in this terrifying encounter from Flagler County, Florida. A driver became furious after being cut off by a motorcyclist and decided to take violent revenge. Watch as he pulls out a knife and starts slashing at the rider in broad daylight. The motorcyclist, who had a concealed carry license, was forced to draw his firearm in self-defense as this maniac tried to stab him. Dreams can be destroyed by a single moment of poor judgment, as this 19-year-old learned the hard way. This entitled teenager engaged in road rage by cutting off another driver and making obscene gestures, then showed complete disrespect to responding officers. Watch as he refuses to cooperate and acts like the rules don't apply to him. What political power means nothing when you're caught red-handed committing felonies. Minnesota State Senator Nicole Mitchell thought her position would protect her when she broke into her late father's home through a basement window. She claimed she was just retrieving personal items, but the law doesn't care about your excuse when you're trespassing and burglarizing someone's property. Watch as officers find her inside the house and place her under arrest. This elected official tried to use her political connections to minimize the charges, but the evidence was overwhelming. The audacity of some criminals is truly breathtaking, as this viral traffic stop demonstrates. Watch as officers pull over a man who immediately starts claiming he's a police captain and demanding they get back in their car. His aggressive posture and fake authority act might intimidate civilians, but real cops see right through this performance. When officers ask for his identification and commission card, his entire story falls apart. Not only is he not a captain, he's driving under the influence with open containers in his vehicle. This impersonation attempt earned him multiple serious charges, including DUI and criminal impersonation of law enforcement.